2 days ago, Israel and Lebanon signed a framework agreement to end all hostilities in Lebanon and pave the way for lasting peace. And this was mediated by the United States of America.
Today is the first step. This first step sometimes is the hardest one, but it's an important one and the one we've taken together. The people of Lebanon have suffered tremendously now for decades as a result of outside interference in their affairs, of countries trying to use the country as a launch pad for attacks. Obviously, the people of Israel deserve to live in peace and security. The people of northern Israel in particular, who have been targeted repeatedly by terrorist attacks launched from the territory of Lebanon, but not by the Lebanese people, not by the Lebanese government, but by an outside actor.
The trilateral framework we signed today is a first step on the road to restoring Lebanese sovereignty and territorial integrity, securing a permanent and final cessation of hostilities, enabling our people to go back to their land, and allowing all Lebanese to live in peace, security, and prosperity.
There's a framework agreement which keeps Iran out, which gradually removes Hezbollah out, the Lebanese army in, and when that happens, and we have a completely neutralized Lebanon from terrorism, we'll be able to withdraw as well, but not before that.
So the negotiation or the agreement was mediated by the United States of America. You can see Marco Rubio, the Secretary of State in the United States. So according to them, they have signed a framework agreement to end all hostilities in Lebanon. And this is what I don't understand. Israel ignored the MOU signed between Iran and the United States. They violated the MOU. Part of that MOU signed by the United States and Iran says the United States and Israel must end all wars in the Middle East, including Lebanon, and also withdraw their troops from Lebanon. But since the United States and Iran signed that MOU, Israel has continued to violate the Memorandum of Understanding. So the United States thought about it and said, okay, they will mediate another agreement between Lebanon and Israel. So this is what they just signed 2 days ago. Now, before I go back to what happened after this agreement, how will Lebanon and Israel sign a framework or a framework agreement for peace without involving the Hezbollah? Why was the Hezbollah not involved? Because the whole issue in Lebanon is between Israel and the Hezbollah. Now, the United States invited Israel and Lebanon to sign a framework agreement without involving the Hezbollah. How is it going to work? How is it? Does this make any sense to you? Because if two of us are fighting, then you come as a big brother or as a peacemaker, as a mediator to bring peace between the two of us. Both of us have to be involved. You have to summon the two of us. You have to invite the two of us to sit and negotiate. Just like what is happening between Iran and the United States. You can't bring Lebanon then and completely ignore the Hezbollah. Then you claim you are fighting for peace. You claim you have signed a peace agreement to bring peace in Lebanon. It doesn't make any sense. Now, just few hours after they signed that agreement, Israel launched several strikes in the southern part of Lebanon. Can you believe it? Just few hours after they signed that framework agreement to end all hostilities in Lebanon, the problem land continued with their strikes in Lebanon, claiming they are targeting the Hezbollah. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Now, you can't claim you are defending yourself in another person's territory. This is what Israel is currently doing. They claim they are only defending themselves against the Hezbollah. How can you be defending yourself in another person's territory? The southern part of Lebanon doesn't belong to Israel. So what are they doing there? And they claim they are fighting the Hezbollah. They are defending themselves against the Hezbollah. Does that make any sense to you? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. You wait in your territory. If they come, then you have the right to defend yourself. You can't go around Lebanon destroying lives, destroying infrastructures, killing children, innocent children, in the name of fighting the Hezbollah. It doesn't make any sense at all. For how many years now? This is the same thing they have done in Palestine. This is the same thing, claiming they are fighting Hamas. And they have started the same thing in Lebanon, claiming they are fighting the Hezbollah. It doesn't make any sense. Just few hours after they signed this framework agreement, they continued with their strikes, with the atrocities in the southern part of Lebanon. So what else should be done to the problem land? What else? What else? You sign a framework agreement without involving the Hezbollah. You completely ignore the one that Iran already signed with the United States. In fact, Lebanon was at the center of the memorandum of understanding signed between Iran and the United States. So Israel completely ignored it. They walked away from that MOU. And now they sign another agreement between the problem land and Lebanon. And they have violated it just few hours after they signed that agreement. So what else do they want? What else do they want? To all of you supporting Israel because of your religious sentiment, to all of you who claim that they are the chosen ones, and people like us or other nations have been chosen by Satan or by the devil, how does this sound to you? A peace agreement has been signed just few hours after they signed that agreement. They went back and continued with their atrocities. So what else should be done to the problem land? What else? If you are coming across this video, what else do you think should be done to the problem land? Let me know what you think about it in the comment section. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Remember to like, comment, and share this video, and look out for my next update. God bless you.